Yes, definitely. I can be, a bit more relaxed, because it's a team sport, and you cannot do it without, the other guys. So, it's a bit more relaxed, and we're always, relaxed and excited about the relay, So, even though I'm not running the 100 meters, I'm very sad about it, very depressed, but, I can't go around every day being sad. I have to look at the positive side of it as well. I don't think, he can get any bigger. He is a world-renowned name. He has all the gold medals, from the Olympic Games. He's just adding 2 more medals to his collection. There's no bigger to get. He is it. He's there already. It would mean a lot to me, to get that gold medal in my last Olympics. Last week someone did an interview and they asked me, how do I feel about, not having the relay world record again, and not having the 100 meter world record again, and I said, records are meant to be broken, and, we, I would love to go out there and break the world record in the relay, but first you just need to get the stick around and just to have fun.
Don't you love the Jamaican team? The pose and everything. It can be fun, being with these guys.
They're very colorful.
Very colorful.
It is very obvious. And when you have runners, sprinters like Usain Bolt, and you have Ashraf Powell, and you have Yohan Blake, and the likes, that's just how they are. It is a lot of fun, and a lot of people can't wait for track and field to start. There are a few people out there that believe the Olympics hasn't really started until the track and field events begin.
Yeah, people like
are you one of those people?
Fowler, of course I am. I've been waiting for it. All the late nights will be keeping because of Team Nigeria.
Yes.
And when athletics start, no matter what, you're going to be rooting for everyone. You're going to be having favorites. I'm a Nigerian, obviously.
Yes.
My money is on our girls and, of course, our guys, if they can actually live up to it. But I know our girls will do better. I always know that. Now, people waiting for athletics to start. Some actually rooting for other athletes. Some would say, look, if he's from my hometown, just like I am, I would definitely want to root for Blessing Okon-Akpan.
Yes.
And of course, for someone like Boba Watson, he's from Florida, and we know Justin Gatlin also, he's from Florida. So he says, look, this guy can actually beat Usain Bolt to it. Ricky Fowler is also supporting that. He feels he just wants to watch these greatest athletes, training and running.
Yeah, I have to say Boba Watson has totally gone left, in terms of who is tipping to actually win gold, because I believe he's one of the few out there that think Justin Gatlin can beat Usain Bolt on a good day. It'll be very hard. But it's got a right to his opinion as well, and we'll find out when those two guys eventually meet in the final.
Okay, let's listen to both of them talking about athletics. They just can't wait for it to start.
There's a guy that's running. May have heard of him. He's pretty fast. Justin Gatlin. So, when you obviously my hometown, I've got to pull for him. Big fan of his. At 30, I think he's still 34. At that age, to be still running with the young boys, it's pretty amazing. But obviously, hometown ties. Pensacola, Florida. You always pull for your hometown. But it's pretty amazing feat to compete with Usain Bolt. Just to be there and have a chance is a thrill of a lifetime. So, it'll be fun watching that.
I'm just looking forward to that opportunity to see the world's fastest runners. I still haven't seen Usain run. We're share the same sponsor most of the time, and being able to see him run, possibly his last time. For me, coming down, the two events that I probably wanted to watch some of the events that I've watched most in the past Olympics were swimming and track. So we wanted to make sure that Sunday night was possible and we'd all get to experience it together.
Okay, well, both of them, they just can't wait. We also can't wait to actually watch these greatest stars. We have one who's 34, one who is in his 30s, and both of them still competing as if they're still in their early 20s. It shows us athletics is a sport everyone will always want to wait. Just watching both of them side by side in the finals, well, it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's normal. Every major sporting events, and whether it's the World Championships or it's the Olympics, the 100 meters, the sprints, they're the showpiece of the events, and there's no doubt about it. So everyone is looking forward to when it starts, and everyone is looking forward to that potential clash between Justin Gatlin and Usain Bolt. And who knows, there might actually be someone out there that we're not talking about. There's some great sprinters out there. There's a Canadian, there's a young star from the United States as well, too, Trevon Burrows, name's beats me right now. And so they might be waiting in the wings, raring to
take
go,
advantage,
to cause an upset.
From any of that.
But we understand why the focus is on Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin. Those two guys have dominated in the last couple of years, in the IAAF Diamond League and other meets as well. So it's just those two guys, and we're all looking forward to when they race.
Yeah, we just can't wait for that. Now let's come home.
Yeah.
What's happening? I mean, last night or early hours of this morning, we're all waiting to see Okon-Akpan, see if he can actually make more history. But somehow, it just didn't happen. But then it was a good fight coming from him.
Cecilia, I don't know if it's to call it a good fight. It was, he tried his best, but it met a totally different animal in Malong. I mean, a totally different animal. World #1 defending champion. The way this guy plays, a lot of spin, on his balls, and it's just incredible. Quadri couldn't deal with it. He couldn't deal with it, and that's why it was a straight games defeat. 4-0. He ended in favor of Malong, but there's no shame in losing out at this stage. He's already made history, and like I said earlier, with the right management behind him, his career will never be the same. He can leverage on this particular performance to go on to have a great table tennis career. And so it's a shame it's had to end, Cecilia. We're not surprised.
It's been a good run for him, and he actually wanted it. Austin spoke to us from Rio yesterday, talking about the fact that he wants to have this as a birthday gift. I really want to see Austin's face right now, how he's feeling. I know he hasn't slept. It's 5 a.m. over there in Brazil, and he will be joining us this morning. And if he's ready, of course, definitely want to take him on. But Austin is definitely ready. Austin, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Tayo. Good morning, Cecilia. Good to be on the show. How am I doing, Cecilia? No sleep. No sleep.
We haven't slept here.
We haven't slept.
I know. I haven't slept since on Sunday. But it's okay. For the love of the game. Guys, what a night it was for Team Nigeria. Let's start off with basketball. What happened to the Tigers? I mean, how can you lose a basketball game of that magnitude in the third quarter? Everything went bad for them in the third quarter. And I feel bad because guys were getting good support in Brazil. And once you say you're from Nigeria, they take it from Nigeria. Nigerian is all love. And that's what we get when we step out there, even in the halls, on the field of play, for Okon-Akpan and table tennis, for Chirika and kayaking. The love, the support we're getting, and that makes Nigeria a unique and great country. The Tigers lost down against Lithuania 89-80, and I'm still trying to get over it. Cecilia, Tayo, you guys spoke about Okon-Akpan. Tayo, I like the word he used. Malong was just an animal in the night. He wouldn't dare to let Okon-Akpan put an upset on him. He's the world #1. He's a fantastic table tennis player. Malong and China, we know the story. Okon-Akpan looking for history after making it to the quarterfinals. It was his birthday, but Malong was like, the best birthday he has gotten is to reach that quarterfinal stage. Can you imagine? But it's okay. Good experience for Okon-Akpan. Good experience for table tennis in Nigeria. Fantastic experience Chirika Okogwu is having. Guys, we need to watch her closely because she might just be that upset. We talked about it in the studio before this competition started. What multi-sport event does for sports in Nigeria is that it tells us again, take the pressure off football. Give more attention for table tennis. Okon-Akpan has gotten us talking since 2014. We've been talking about him from when he won the ITTF Star Awards. This is 2016. We're still talking about him. We now know of Jonathan Akinyemi. We need to give attention to slalom, canoeing, sailing, and kayaking. Chirika is also doing so well. Basketball, we know the story. We need to do more, Cecilia Tayo, take pressure off football and give other sports some good following.
Yeah, at that time, when Okon-Akpan was trying to come back in the fourth set, I mean, I felt, okay, he would just take a set off him. At least that would be enough for me. That would have made my night. But somehow it just couldn't. I mean, how were you feeling at that time?
Come on, guys. I mean, I bleed Nigeria. Third game that Okon-Akpan isn't winning. I know it's going to be hard. Putting up a fight, yes, should have been here for when next year Thor and other players need to watch it. They remember that set you put off Malong and then they're scared of you. But we knew it was over. It was a big, huge game for Okon-Akpan. The pressure also, when you know that now you're not just carrying the flag of Nigeria, you're representing Africa. Everyone is hoping for you to do the unthinkable, do the unimaginable. And in sports where anything can happen. So he started believing, but it was too late. He left it too late. Maybe too much respect again to his opponent Malong and all he has achieved. I'm waiting for them to wake up. I'll be off to the Games Village, try and see if we could talk to Okon-Akpan. Okay. But I was talking to Coach Nasir Rubello. He says, look, Okon-Akpan gave the best that he could. I told him something last night. I don't know if you guys saw it. Before the game, I spoke to Okon-Akpan. He says, whatever comes out of the game with Malong, that in the end, God will be praised, and that's right there makes him a winner. Yeah,
no doubt, Austin. It's not totally over for Nigeria when it comes to table tennis because we still have the team events. Do you think Okon-Akpan's performance in the singles is going to have a positive effect on this particular team, especially when there's still China waiting in the wings for them in the team events as well?
Of course, absolutely, Tayo. That's what Bode Abiodun needs. That's what Segun Toriola needs. Because right now, the crowd that has been supporting Okon-Akpan will follow Team Nigeria in the team events. And that is enough motivation. Look, when you have support, wherever you go to, particularly when it's not your country, and people are supporting you, people like you, it pushes you all the way to say, look, we can do something. Remember, the exploits we did with Ojono Lakwa at the Commonwealth Games. He's not here, but we were playing the mighty India at the time for a bronze medal, and Team Nigeria pulled it off. But there's just something about Nigeria. We know the sort of preparations we had and all, but somehow, some way, the world is already celebrating us. The world is talking about us. If Cherika goes on to win, fantastic. But if she doesn't, the world already knows Nigeria is associated with kayaking. Who knows about that at all, So for Okon-Akpan and Segun Toriola and Bode Abiodun, the team events now, just give it your all. Go out there, have some fun. Don't respect any country. It's table tennis. If Okon-Akpan can beat the former world number one, they can stun the Chinese and then lose to the best player in the planet as a team, we can just go the extra mile.
Now, let's talk basketball now from tennis. I mean, Team Nigeria talked about the fact that it was disheartening, it was disappointing. But wasn't disappointing because it was a close game, very, very close. Remember, no Shane Lawal, and remember also Mike Binije couldn't play because he was sick in the night. You don't know how long he's going to be off, away. Now, for them to be having a depleted squad, having just to, rove around the kind of 10 players on the night. I mean, it was just something they could have done differently in that particular game.
Cecilia, all they needed to do was believe. They were good in the first quarter. They were sweet in the second. What happened in the third? And in basketball, that's where you start winning. The third and fourth quarter. Yes, it's a depleted squad, but we know we have quality everywhere in that D-Tiger squad. And after losing your first game, you're expecting them to push, and push. That's all you can do, particularly if Lithuania should blink. And I think they did in the first and second quarter. Yeah, did they believe in themselves enough? No, I don't think so. Did they think they can go all the way? I don't think so. Were they thinking that the squad was depleted and that was a setback? Yes, I think so. And those are the things, the little things you need to do to win. It's Team Nigeria, it's the Tigers, they are the African champion. If you beat Lithuania, the other team coming to play you is already shaking. And that's the positive they needed to get. I think the coach did well. If you could put that sort of fight, Cecilia, and you get that technical and that tactical till the end, losing it by 9 points, you could have just wrapped it all up in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, do what you can to just hold on to victory. That's what Brazil did against España.
Okay,
and won it by a single point. It's sport, It's about taking your chances when you have it.
Okay, taking your chances when you have it. Austin, we'll get back to you after this break. Just hold on.